If you haven't scanned this QR code, can you do so already? We need to get you to sign the letter to Keir Starmer, because I only got 500 signatures on there, then he's going to take any notice. So what you need to do is to make sure that you scan this code. Don't give them any money. Do not give them any money. Just take the code, put your email address in, and sign. What that means is we will be able to contact you all to tell you what is next on how we move forward from today. Thank you. Now we're going to move straight on. The people on the internet and around the world, you can't see. But the whole of Brixton is here tonight. The place is standing room only. If you've got a bag on a chair, move it, because people need to sit down. If you're a young person and you can see an elder standing, give up your place and let the elder sit down. But if you've got bags on chairs, please move them. People are still trying to come in. Thank you so much for your appreciation. I'm going to move on, if I may, now to our next speaker. And we've had the High Commission, we've had Paulette, we've had people of my age group. Now it's time for the next generation. And when I say that Nadine White is one of the finest of our next generation of leaders, I don't say that to flatter anybody. I don't say that to creep to anybody. I say it because I've seen this young woman from these ends. Her career has risen spectacularly, and it continues to rise, and I'm enormously proud of her, and you should be too. Nadine White, give her a round of applause.
Hello. Thank you. I don't think this works. Okay. Thank you very much for the introduction, and thank you all for coming out. I did prepare some notes, but actually everyone who's spoken before me has touched on key areas, and I know we're strapped for time, so I'm just going to jump through it. So climate change is not an accident for us. It is the end result of centuries of extraction and exploitation. The nations most responsible for the damage are not the ones feeling it first. We are. And on that point, media reporting around this, Hurricane Melissa and its impact on Jamaica and the Caribbean, needs to be consistent. Scrutiny must be consistent. And already I'm noticing, as Belle touched on, some parts of the media are starting to look the other way, which is a problem. So going on to aid, when we talk about aid, we can't talk about it as charity. We must speak in the language of accountability. Britain did not simply once have a relationship with Jamaica. Britain built its wealth on Jamaica, on the land, on the labor, on the bodies of our ancestors. And that history is not abstract. It lives in the present, it lives in the rising sea levels, it lives in the infrastructure that was never funded properly. It speaks to the economic vulnerabilities that the disasters now exploit. And this is why the call for reparations matters, as Belle touched on and as many of us know here, not as a nostalgic slogan or a debate topic, but as a practical framework for justice. If the UK can find billions for wars, energy subsidies, corporate bailouts and Ukraine, it can find more than 7.5 million for a region it profited from for generations. And notice I didn't say Jamaica because, as I understand it, according to reports and statements, all of that money is not going to just Jamaica. That's my understanding. It said Caribbean region. So there are more questions than answers at the moment. The scale of support must reflect the scale of responsibility, and support must include sanctuary. If tourists can enjoy the shores of Jamaica when the weather is calm, the UK can open its doors when Jamaicans are displaced and in danger. And if hotels are happy to host visitors in peak season, they should be prepared to house people in need now. And that's a question that many of us have. There are plenty of hotels in Jamaica, but we're talking about displaced Jamaicans. We're talking about people being homeless as a result of the hurricane. Why can't they put them up for a while? I don't understand. So that's something I'd like to know the answer to. And this is not radical, by the way. It's humane. It's the decent thing to do. Yeah. That's an important point as well. So yes, we need media scrutiny. We don't need a burst of interest followed by silence once the next story arrives. You know, and as a journalist myself and as a filmmaker, I can say to you in terms of accountability, what I've been doing is using every platform that I have access to amplify voices from within Jamaica and raise awareness about what's going on, including my own platform, blackcurrentnews.co.uk. Wrote an article for The Observer the other day. I've been shouting about what's been going on along with many of you, and we need to continue to talk about Hurricane Melissa and its impact on Jamaica and the Caribbean. Jamaica is still in emergency. People are still struggling for clean water, as we know, shelter and stability. The coverage needs to match the reality, and I need to say this plainly. So our job tonight is to act with purpose, to coordinate, to push, to insist that the UK response meets the scale of the moment. We're not begging. We're not begging. We are demanding justice rooted in history and responsibility. Jamaica raised us. Jamaica shaped us. Jamaica continues to give the world more than it takes. And it is time for those who have taken to step up. That's what I'm saying. Thank you very much.
Thank you.